Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done to be engraved on a pocket watch, so I wanted to do kind of two separate designs for the front and back like I typically do, so when you open it, you know which way has the clock face. But let me know if you want to have the design, which is on the right, the front side, on both sides, or if you want the design on the front side and the translation on the back like this. So, let's get to reading this. You read the script starting at the bottom, and then you go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time. And in this design, I put an extra little circle going around each of our words. So in this design, we have 1, 2, 3 forwards, and then a period at the end. And in each of these word circles, the letters themselves are counterclockwise, starting at the bottom. So here's the bottom of our first word, and the first letter we hit is this little guy. And little circles that are empty in the middle, like these, they're all vowels. And this is punctuation because it's just on our little sentence circle divot and isn't on a full word circle itself. But these little vowels, you can see in the grid above me, they're at the very bottom left-hand side of that grid. And an E is the central vowel. So it is centered right on the line of the word circle, or it's centered in the middle of a consonant. So this would be a consonant, and rather than being centered on the inside, an O is internal or like a beat on a string on those consonants. A centered E would be inside it, like in the middle here. And this O is also inside our word circle here, and then A's are outside our word circle, like this one here. I's have a line radiating inwards, which there are no I's in this design, and U's have a line radiating outward. So, that's the vowels. And then consonants are formed using the grid, and there are different rows and there are different columns, and the rows are the letter stems. So if we look at this next letter here, it is a full circle floating inside our word circle, so that'll put us in the second row, because at the beginning of the second row there's a full circle, and then it has one line ending on it. See this line here? This line here puts it in the last column, and if we look at the second row in the last column, we have the letter N. And then we have this next circle here going counterclockwise. We hit this one next, and this one is floating just like the N, except it doesn't have any dots or lines because this dot is slightly closer to this circle and this is a vowel on it. So that would be the very first column and is the letter J. Here's that O we talked about earlier, and then this Y, this last consonant, crosses our word circle. So we're in the bottom row, and then there's two dots, so we're in that third column. So that would be E-N-J-O-Y. So that's the word enjoy. And then this word circle, starting at the bottom, we have a shallow divot, so we're in the third row, and it has one dot, so it's in the second column, so that's a W-H. E is centered, R with three dots, and another E, so that's where. Here's another two dot on the Y. O, U, so U, and then A outside our word circle, another R with three dots, except in this one I have this dot slightly bigger, just to add a little bit more depth and interest to this word, and then an E at the end. So enjoy where you are, and then here's that period. So yeah, that's that design. I hope you like it. Thanks. Bye.